Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Wednesday, January 11th, 2023. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Hey, everyone, happy hump day. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. Right now, we're seeing price hold basically at the upper extreme of the previous session's range, above the previous high, and around the midpoint of Monday's trading. Currently, the price is trading within a relatively narrow range, 31% of ADR, just 21.75 points heading into the RTH Open. Again, today could be a rather range-bound session here with an upward bias as the market approaches inflation data Thursday morning, 1 hour prior to the RTH Open. So tomorrow morning we will get initial jobless claims and CPI data, and that will likely lead to the next big move in the market. Those days have been huge high range days when we've seen them. Right now, again, keep an eye on the current range here that was developed over this past week. We're likely to stay within the boundaries of this range here with an upward bias as this market awaits inflation data. All right, let's take a look here at the NQ. All right, here's a look at the NQ. Right now, the NQ looks very similar to the ES, an upward bias right now. Early morning weakness has been defended for a bounce higher. In the best case scenario today, perhaps a 200-point day could be in play. Upward bias here, but keep an eye on Monday's range. That's been the range here to focus on so far this week with an upward bias, again, as the market approaches inflation data Thursday morning. Above 11.4, though, if this market can start to get above 11.4, it really opens up the potential to retest 12K up above. All right, let's take a look here at crude oil. Right now, crude oil is higher by 1.73%. Already over $2 of range, has been trading within a relatively narrow range here over the last several days. This developing 5-day range here happened after the sharp 2-day sell-off, perhaps one of the biggest 2-day sell-offs we've seen to begin the year, and since then we've kind of seen this thing hold in a range. Overall, the trend remains very bearish. Price remains below the previous month's midpoint, and all of this suggests even a rally could lead to ultimately a lower high and a continuation to new lows down below, testing the 70 level. 70.08 is the previous year's low. If this thing's going to break to the downside and fail here at the key range low, then we could be looking at the next target being 67.55. That 67.55 is the 100, or rather the 50% extension from the edge of the key range, and it's also a big level as well in terms of previous S25 support here. So again, a very important level here that could be a magnet for price once this downtrend resumes. Looking at gold futures, right now gold remains very bullish, perhaps one of the strongest trends in the market over the last quarter and to begin the year. Right now it is away from the 8-period pivot-based EMA and also the bullish Pima trigger zone, which means we may see a pullback that comes up ahead. Any pullback, say 1850, could be bought for a continuation higher toward 1900 and beyond. We're bumping up against that zone, though, 1880, that could provide some resistance, right? This is 1880 back here, top into the range. Again, a failure in this zone could lead to a little bit of a pullback, but we're likely going to see this thing remain bullish with this uptrend until proven otherwise. A pullback, again, toward 1850 could be a buying opportunity for a push toward 1900 and beyond. Lastly, taking a look at the YM. The YM is higher by 0.3% right now, and continues to appear very similar to the ES and the NQ. Failed new low yesterday, pushing through Monday's midpoint. That Monday range still the range to watch with an upward bias. Today we could see 70% of ADR come into play, something along those lines, with an upward bias, again, as the market awaits inflation data Thursday morning. So still a bullish bias at the moment, but range bound within Monday's range. So no real directional conviction just yet until inflation data comes. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this plays out heading into the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.